This is everything that I had in my fridge, so let's turn it into dinner. So what I exactly had in my fridge was some previously frozen chickpeas, 4 tomatoes, a variety of squash, about half of an onion, some squash blossoms, just a couple. I also had 3 jalapenos, some soy chorizo, which is half the price of regular chorizo, by the way, and just as good, and about this much of a bag of spinach. And oops, I almost forgot the cilantro. Can't forget that. So I instantly started off by dicing 2 of my tomatoes, half of my half onion, so a quarter onion, and 2 of the jalapenos. And I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but this is the color of the Mexican flag, and this is how I know what I'm about to make is going to be very good. So for the actual cooking, I started off with some olive oil because, the soy chorizo doesn't have that much fat in it. And don't worry, I did go back for that piece of paper, and I did burn myself doing it. But anyways, I sauteed up the soy chorizo for a little bit before adding in those veggies. Then I integrated those, made sure those were nice and coated, and cooked them for about 10 minutes until they were nice and soft. Then I added the chickpeas as well as the squash that I had diced and the squash blossoms. Then I added 1 cube of this vegan chicken bouillon and mixed it with 2 cups of water to make this vegan chicken broth. You don't have to use it. You can add water even. It will still be good, but I added that, gave all of that a nice mix. I tasted it for salt, salted it accordingly. Now it was time to cover it with a lid, turn the heat to low, and let it simmer for about 15 minutes or until the squash is nice and soft to your texture preference. Then I added some chopped cilantro as well as that bag of lettuce, mixed that all up, and my Mexican chickpeas were done. Oh my goodness. And look at the broth. This broth needed some rice, right? So that's exactly what I did. I used the remaining 2 tomatoes and quarter of an onion to make a tomato sauce for my rice, and I used the last jalapeno to put that in the broth and give it some good flavor. If you have some cilantro stems left, I would add those with the jalapeno to give that rice some extra flavor. That's what I usually do. I don't know why I didn't do that here. But anyways, I started plating. I added my rice. I added my Mexican chickpeas, topped it off with some vegan parmesan, some avocado, and I also had some chile de aceite, so I went and added that. I swear the best meals ever are the ones that you end up making with whatever you have in your fridge. Like, they're so good.